Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I want to share with you my mommy basket. I want to show you what I've been reading lately and what I'm planning on reading. So if you guys are interested and want to see what I have in here, stay tuned. Okay guys, so as I said, I want to share the books that I've been reading lately. So the first one is this one. It's The Mother's Secret of a Happy Life, and this is a daily devotional journal, and I bought this one at Ollie's, and as you can tell, been reading some of my stuff for a while, and then I decided to go back with it. I do like it, and it's in a specific mothers, and it's something that gives you something positive starting in the morning, and it has some Bible verses there, and it tells you where you can find it, and then it gives you something in here for you to read and a space for you to fill with your thoughts or your preoccupations. If you're like me, sometimes I find difficult to actually pray, and by that I'm not saying that I don't pray, but you know, for some people it's easier, they can take longer praying, and for me it's kind of difficult. I'm still not understanding why, and I'm been asking God to help me with that. But what I do, I do like to write. So what I do is I just write everything I have in my mind, all my preoccupations, everything that I want to leave to God to take care of, I put in here. So it does help. If you're just like me, I have a little bit of trouble when it comes to pray. I just write it in here and I give it to God, and that's it. Next book I have that I've been reading is Charlotte Mason Companion, and this one I start recently. I've been interested on reading about this a lot, and it's been helping me quite a lot. I'm trying to replicate that with my kid, and this is for the philosophy of Charlotte Mason. This one is written by Karen Andreola, and I really like it. I enjoy reading this book. It has a space for you to actually put your personal reflections in regards of what you're reading, and it gives you questions as well. So I do like it. It's kind of like a journal, so it does help me, and it makes me kind of understand, because when you go through to the questions, you're making a review of that actual chapter, and it makes you understand better, so you can implement it in your home with your kid. Very, very good. Next one I have here, and this one I haven't started yet, but I have it here. I actually got it at the library. And usually I have how I have everything organized in our homeschool is that I have one basket that is for books that we get in our local library, and this one, which is the actual books that I own, that are mine. So this one I got it at the library. I haven't started yet, but I got it because as you can tell, this one was written by somebody else, and yes, it's the philosophy of Charlotte Mason, but it's in the way that she sees. I don't know if I'm explaining that correct. Charlotte Mason philosophy, and how she implemented at her home, which is actually very helpful. But I wanted to read these ones. And I haven't started yet. I heard a lot of good recommendations and a lot of good reviews about these books. And this one is the volume 2, Parents and Children. And as I said, I got it at the library. I haven't started reading it yet. The second one I have is Ourself, I don't know if the reflection of the light is not letting this show well. But this is for Charlotte Mason. This is the series of homeschooling, the original series, and again from the library. Then I have, and I got this one at the library as well, When Children Love to Learn. And this is by Elaine Cooper. A practical application of Charlotte Mason's philosophy for today. I haven't read it yet. It has a lot of information in here. And it talks about the value of Charlotte Mason's work for today. The child is a person. 4 pillars of education. Distinctives of Charlotte Mason education. And how to apply the philosophy. So I'm planning on reading this one as well. So I cannot comment that much on those books because I haven't read them yet. But planning on. Next one I have, and this is the Dyslexia Empowerment Plan, and this is something that I always, and I grab it because of that. I've seen before in previous videos that my son is dyslexic, and something that I'm always try to put out there is if your child has some type of learning differences or disabilities or conditions, it's good for you to get informed in regards of those learning differences in order for you to be able to help your child. You can't expect people outside to help your kid. Let's say you have your kid in a public school or private, or yourself homeschooling your kid. You need to know how that condition or disability or learning differences affect your kid in order for you to better help your child. Sorry. So that is the reason why I've got this book, and I got it again at the library. Usually I get the books first through my local library, and I read them. If it's something that I think that I'm going to that I can take advantage and reuse that book and read it over and over again because I think it's going to help me with something, which I think will be the case with this book and another one that I have there as well. I purchase them. I look, I read, and depends on how much information I can get from them, then I go and purchase. This book, I had heard a lot of good reviews about it. It's the Dyslexia Empowerment Plan, and as I already said, I'm getting this book because my son is dyslexic. A blueprint for renewing your child's confidence and love of learning. Identifying and building on your child's strength, understanding your child's right and how to talk to schools about them, and best practices for accommodations on the latest technologies. And it has as well some graphics. Let me see if I can find it here. I think I passed it. But it has some graphics to show you to help you understand, sorry. And it gives you again some questions for you to see for you to try to implement them with your child, so you know the strength of your kid. So how accurate is each of the following statements about your child? And it gives you some questions in here, some sentences for you to kind of like evaluate and know the strengths of your child. And in here it tells you social skills, perspective, score, and social skills, parent and child scores. And then it gives you narrative skills, and for you to evaluate pretty much your child. And it has some graphics that will help you understand better dyslexia and how it works in your brain. So I do like this book. I haven't started reading it yet. I'm planning on starting probably today with it. I've been reading the Charlotte Mason Companion, and that's taking me quite a time because I've been doing everything that it says on the book for you to do. This is by Ben Foss, and I think it was really good because it's gonna help me and give me more information in regards to dyslexia. And then I grabbed this one by mistake. Yes, I went to the library looking for this one. a dyslexia empowerment, and I found this one and I thought it was very interesting. It says overcoming dyslexia, a new and complete science-based program for reading problems at any level. And that caught my eye. Is by Sally Shaywitz. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that well, but this is her. And I liked it because it has so many graphics, and it's something that if you want to explain to your child, I consider that very helpful, and very helpful for you as well as a parent. A lot of graphics, a lot of things that you can put in practice, and that helps you to understand better in regards dyslexia. And I thought it was gonna be very helpful for me to be able to read about this book. It gives you as well words, helping your child become a reader. It gives you some words there that you can practice with your child for fluency. And it asks you, there's more words there. It gives you 2 questions for you to answer and see in order for you to help your child. And as I said, I cannot talk too much about this book because I haven't started reading it yet, but it caught my eye, the fact that when I saw the title and how many graphics it has, and questions and words for you to be able to help your child with fluency, I thought it was very interesting. It says part 1, the nature of reading and dyslexia. It says the power of knowing, the historical roots of dyslexia, the big picture, who is affected and what happens over time, what some smart people can read. Everyone speaks, but not everyone reads. Reading the brain, the working brain reads. Part 2, diagnosing dyslexia, early clues to dyslexia, later clues to dyslexia. Should my child be evaluated for dyslexia? Diagnosing dyslexia in the school age child, identifying the at-risk child, diagnosing bright young adults. Part 3, helping your child become a reader. All children can be taught to read, helping your child break the reading code. Helping your child become a reader, helping your child become a skilled reader. And part 4, overcoming dyslexia, turning struggling readers into proficient readers. SAM's program, a model that works, teaching the dyslexic child to read, helping adults become better readers, choosing a school, protecting and nourishing your child's soul, accommodations, building a bridge to success. I think I'm going to give it a try. I think it's going to be a good book. As I said, I haven't started yet, but I really want to start as soon as possible. Probably I might start this one before I start the dyslexia empowerment plan, just because I was not looking for the book, and it was like it was calling me, like I need to read that book. And when I found that it has a lot of graphics and a lot of information to help me understand my child learning differences. Then I have here John Romans, and I think somebody gave me this little book pamphlet, and I haven't started reading it yet, but it's something that I'm planning on doing, and might be as well when I finish with my journal, because I've been reading a few books at the same time. I don't know if that's helpful or not. And then I have this here, which is El Evangelio de Juan, El Pescador. Is in Spanish. And if you want me to be honest, the reason why somebody gave me this book, and the reason why I want to read it, first because it's a very pretty book, and I just want to practice more my Spanish, because I have now a confusion. I've been talking in English more than I've been talking in my own language, and I want to be able to not forget my language, and at the same time keep progressing with my English. And sometimes I get confused. I don't know if you noticed, I made some mistakes just now talking, but That's part of life. You're gonna make mistakes, and that's how you learn. So this is what I'm reading. As I said, I will be giving reviews and talking probably about this book in particular because I think it's very interesting, as well as the Dyslexia Empowerment Plan. Just because it's very important, as I said, that you learn about your child learning differences. You getting informed is so valuable for you as a parent and for your kid, because you're going to be able to help them in a way that it will be nice to them, in a way that is gentle for them. Sometimes we tend to make, and I said this quite a lot, we make mistakes because we don't know. We are ignorant sometimes of our child conditions, our child's disabilities, or our child learning differences, and it's because we sometimes don't look for that information. We need to care. We need to put that time on taking the time to learn about those differences. If we don't care as a parents, how you expect somebody else to care? You need to be the first one to put that example and look for that information that is going to be so valuable for you as a parent, as I said, and for your kid, because you're going to be able to help better. We tend to get frustrated. I get frustrated all the time, I would say, because sometimes I don't know how to handle certain things, and it's because I haven't got informed. I need to get informed. Okay, I this is happening. This is he's doing this or he's doing that. Maybe I need to look into that particular situation to see if I can get some information that will help me to help him. That's all I wanted to show you guys. I hope it's helpful. I hope you enjoy what I show you here. If you like some of the books and you have any questions or comments, don't forget to leave those comments down below in the comment box, and I will put the information of the books I'm reading in the description box. I hope you have a good day. Bye bye.